what you want, ain't what you need. Sometimes letting go can make your heart.
Morning, John Neal here. It's Sunday, March the 3rd, 2024, and it's a bright day. It's a bit foggy, which actually I think adds to it, but a great day to take the drone up and have a look at the workings at the top of Higham Lane. Let's go. Well, it's a cold and frosty start, but I think the sun is going to burn off the frost. The view across the fields here with the winter trees is really gorgeous, and that mist hanging on the horizon. This is the entrance to Top Farm and where they're building there. We'll come back to that later. But first I'm going to go to the top of Higham Lane. But before we do, I've spotted something. I'm here at the top of Higham Lane and the junction of the A5 where the roundabout is, and the engineers from Severn Trent and Murphy are tunnelling underneath the roundabout. And I have to say, on this big expanse which will soon be built on, I'm witnessing a skylark. There it is up there. Wow. So if the traffic keeps quiet, we might be able to hear it. How wonderful. But I'm afraid in months to come, he won't be able to nest in these fields at all, because there won't be fields. They will be a building site and a housing estate. But John, let's get back to the sewer line, I hear you say. Let me give you an overview on the map. This is Hinckley, and there's the sewage works there. The new line's got to go under the road, under the railway, across back over this side, and this is the roundabout that we're looking at the top of Higham Lane. From here it's concrete piping under the Weddington Road, past Caldecut, all the way down to the sewage works here at Hartshill. To start with, let's fly north over the county boundary into Leicestershire and have a look at some of the workings that are taking place as they get ready to tunnel underneath the ground back into Warwickshire. Just ahead of us here are the ends of the two plastic pipes that have come all the way from Hinckley. And if we look across the fields, you can see the route that it's taken all the way across, parallel to the A5 really. If we turn and look down now, you can see the end of the pipes, and I presume some preparation for making the tunnel that will go underneath the roundabout to emerge in the field on the other side. In my previous video, Mr. Bert Pickering from Severn Trent took me on a tour of this, and he showed me how these pipes were joined together, and also why there are two plastic pipes here, and yet on the far side in Warwickshire, the other side of the roundabout here, there are concrete pipes. The reason being that the plastic pipes here, the two of them, are under pressure, and the contents is pushed under pressure up to this point, and then from here on in, the contents of the pipes are fed into a single larger concrete pipe, which is gravity fed all the way down to the waterworks at Hartshill. I only trust I'm getting these details correct, but on the right here you can see 4 red jacks, which I think are pressing the ring of the interior of this vertical shaft down each time they dig out a section. And on the very left here you can see the sections, the arcs, which are put on top. And once they've got deep enough, they'll be able to operate the drilling machine, which is very similar to the one they used to dig out the tunnel for the Channel Tunnel. This is a view of the one they're using further down the line near Hinckley to get underneath the A5. So as we look up from the roundabout here, you can see all the concrete pipes ready to be put underground to carry the contents along this single concrete pipe, gravity fed, all the way down to Hartshill. And I have to say, I'm really amazed at the technology and the engineering that's taken place and how accurate the work must be. Well, while I'm out and about, I might as well have a look and see what I can see that's been happening here at Top Farm, because I'm sure you want to know, and I want to know, because we're curious. Did I say nosy? I meant curious. I'm sure these two gentlemen wouldn't mind me saying that I've just been having a chat with them about the YouTube channel and living locally and all the housing and all the issues involved, which I deal with on the channel all the time. So really nice to have a chat with them, and I'm going to go and fly my drone right over their heads.
Sometimes what you want ain't what you need. Sometimes letting go can make your heart bleed. Sometimes the road ahead seems dark as night. Have some faith in yourself. That's the
Another chat with another couple, same issues. Pity that the buildings are going up. Will there be doctor surgeries? And the flood defences, all the sort of issues that are concerning people. But I think largely it's just the loss of the open spaces, which is a disappointment. And I think that, well, I'm just saying that farmland like this, for wildlife, is a bit of a desert. There's just a monoculture of the crop, whatever it is. And it's not particularly good for wildlife. Where the wildlife is, it's in the suburban gardens. There are foxes, there are sparrowhawks, there are all the different sorts of birds. But they're not here because there's nothing here. Okay, skylarks and other birds need open fields. That's true. So if the new houses are built with wildlife in mind, and I'll say one thing that does happen is they do try and preserve most of the mature trees that are around. They build the houses around them, which is a good idea. Very good. Anyway, so much for that for now. Hope you enjoyed this video, and you'll see me in the next one. Okay, bye-bye.
The darkest hour, they say, it's just before dawn. Just before dawn.